I mean,
Episode 27, man. What's going on, man? Two Cents to Change the podcast. You know what it is, man. We
yo,
got a
man.
great episode. I'm not even, I don't even know why I'm talking into this shit. It's not even on. Um, we
Yeah,
got a
man.
we got a great show planned for y'all today, man. Once again, shout out to all our subscribers, YouTube subscribers, or our TikTokers that be chiming in. Everybody on Instagram. We appreciate all of y'all guys, man. We're gonna keep this thing moving, keep giving y'all this great content from the two
Yeah, yeah,
bros. And you
yeah,
know what it
yeah,
is,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
Let's
You
get
already
right
know.
into it.
All right, man. I mean, let's start off, man, with your should Russell Wilson retire? You're gonna start off with your Giants. You heard the news that they gonna start that the rookie dude, Dort,
Dart,
about
Dart,
time.
get his name right.
Oh, Dart. I mean, it don't really matter to me. You know what I mean?
Jackson
You're not.
Dart.
You know what I mean? He ain't on the
Yes,
Ravens, so it don't really matter.
Jackson Dart.
You
Pause.
know what I mean? You know what I mean? But about time, man. Russell Wilson, I don't know if he need to retire, but he need to sit down. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
that was the
I
right
think
thing,
so.
you know?
Right. I mean, Russell Wilson, excuse me, is a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Went to the Super Bowl, 2 years in a row, won one. No, was
Yeah.
it 2 years in a row?
Yeah,
Yeah.
two back to
Yeah,
back. They
2 years
just
in a
they
row.
didn't win back to back because
Yeah.
of bad play calling.
Yeah. And it's just, but I was reading on it, right? So it was
Yeah.
interesting. Did you know he has a mallet finger injury?
What's that?
Good question. So, and I looked on him like, what's wrong with, like, you went from this great quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback, to now you just injured. I mean, now you just shell of yourself. So I looked into it, and apparently he has a mallet finger injury. So it
Mm,
affects his play by impairing his ability to hold and grip the football properly, which directly impacted his throwing accuracy and touch, leading to struggles with ball release, timing, and spin. So that's
okay.
a
Okay.
that's a
It's
key.
a
And
big
this
injury.
happened in Seattle. This
Oh
happened
wow.
while he was in Seattle. Yes. So, and they are testing this injury to why Russell Wilson is not the quarterback that he once was. So they say the impact on throwing and grip,
Okay.
right? So again, it's called a mallet finger injury. So the impact, it says the loss of finger control. It says mallet finger prevents the distal phalanx, the fingertip, from extending, meaning the injured middle finger remained flexed. The
Okay.
grip and ball placement. The loss of extension made it difficult for Wilson to grip the ball and position his hand on the laces effectively for a proper throw. Accuracy and touch. The finger is
Okay.
critical for determining a quarterback's touch and the spin on the ball, making it nearly impossible to throw accurately with the injury. So,
Mm,
not to put any excuses on it, but that's a big injury. That's like a turf toe injury, kind of something that affects your mobility and stuff like that. You're a
yeah.
quarterback. If you have an injury like this, obviously this is going to affect your throwing. You're a quarterback, right? So I look at Russell Wilson in a total different light now, knowing that he's dealing with this mallet finger injury.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, and kudos to him. He never made an excuse and never said that. So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
he played through it, So
Mm-hmm.
that's what's good, man. So that I actually have a lot of respect for him because he had a good year last year with the Steelers, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So yeah, salute to Russell Wilson for I would say I don't know if he's gonna make the Hall of Fame or not, but
Mm-hmm.
extending his career, playing through that to have a respectable career, nevertheless.
Right. And this obviously, and it explains a lot where people
Mm,
look at Russell Wilson and like, yo, he used to be, the deep ball, and he used to be this accurate quarterback and
mm,
all of that. And then it's just after Seattle, it just diminished, right? But like you said, he never really spoke about it. It's not until you
yeah,
do your research and find out he has this type of injury, which affects his throwing. So that makes a
yeah,
lot of sense on why he's not the quarterback that he once was. So yeah, I in hearing this and looking at this and and seeing the long-term consequences of this, I kudos to him for sticking through this. But if this is something that's affecting your game out there on the football field, is kind of selfish to not proactively bring this out and say, hey, I got this injury. I think it's kind of selfish in a part where you're trying to keep this and still go out and play, where you're hindering the team because you're not the Russell Wilson that people expect you to be. So it could go both ways. We could say kudos for you for playing through injury, but selfish of you for playing through the injury and you on these teams and you're detriment to these teams. So it could go both ways. People are gonna look at it both ways, but I think it's time for Dart to get in there.
Yeah, for sure. And I was about to say just another point to the injury, the type of injury, it may not have been able to be like fixed or cured. Like for example, like a Brandon Roy. Like he had the messed up knees, but it's like, what can he do? So he played until the wheels fell off, you know? So, but like you said, it could go either way.
Right.
So, but
go ahead.
You go ahead. Now you go ahead.
No, just when you had said the type of injury, the rehab and recovery, they said full recovery requires regaining range of motion and building grip strength, which takes time and is crucial for athletes in stabilizing and throwing the football. So, it's something that it takes time to heal. And obviously, by the show of his game, is not able to heal properly. He's not able to, to get that under wraps. But, yeah, man. It's time for Doc to get in there and show what he can do. Good thing. It's crazy because I'm going to New Orleans to see the Saints and Giants play. So this would be great in New Orleans and see the debut of Mr. Dart himself. So be in New Orleans for that game. Well, no.
Hopefully,
I'm lying because that's the previous week. Because next week, because this is the week of the October 3rd, that week. Yeah, But yeah, I'll still be there to see them. Yeah.
Salute. And hopefully y'all get a win, man,
I'm saying hopefully, right? Bro.
I mean, y'all not my team, so I don't care if you win or lose. You dig?
Let's speaking of your team. Go ahead.
I mean, let's get into it. The Ravens, are the Ravens in trouble? Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are. We are. Listen, Derrick Henry, stop fumbling the fucking ball, man. Like, you did this shit against the Bills. You did it. Like, come on. You have 3 fumbles in 3 games. Like, listen, my thing, I'm not turning on Derrick Henry, but we got to tighten this shit up. Like, because the only thing is that we lost to 2 good teams. But at the same time, we should have won both the damn games. Definitely the Bills won. The Lions and Ravens was going back to back. They was blow for blow. But the main thing, defense. Ravens, we used to be a defensive and a rush team. We still run the ball well. We got Lamar. We got a good passing game now. But the defense, we got to put emphasis back on the defense, man. Like, that's what's really going to stop us from doing anything. Like, we scoring mad points, but no defense. I mean, come on. Like, that's not going to cut it. We got to be able to stop people. We can't be going blow for blow every game and just trying to outscore. And no, that's not championship DNA. You might be able to do that some games. And honestly, too, Lamar Jackson gets sacked 7 times. Where's the protection? But also, I think at the same time, Lamar, you run. So you don't have to start. Like, we know you could pass, but you don't have a point to prove by you got to stay in the pocket, son. If you see it, get up out of there. Like, I think sometimes he tries too hard to be like, I'm a pocket QB. And we know you could play in the pocket. But no matter how hard you try to stay in the pocket, you have the label as a running quarterback. You're not shaking that. It is what it is. And nothing's wrong with that. Right. Nothing's wrong with that. But you getting sacked sometimes because you trying not to run. You're trying to stay up in there. No, don't do that. I know that comes with the risk of getting hurt and stuff too. But you can't be taking sacks like that. Like, I feel like that's what threw him in sometimes. But we got to get him. I mean, I like that they definitely inserted Mark Andrews a lot more yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
definitely. Because I'm like, where was he at them first 2 games? He wasn't getting no real looks. So that was good to see, you know. But yeah, we got our defense and Derrick Henry. Come on, I think so. It's a cause for concern because we should be 3-0 right now.
Mm-hmm.
But now we 1-2, and we lost against 2 good teams. We only played 1 division game. We didn't even get to those division games yet.
Because y'all schedule is tough coming up. Tough.
We got Kansas City next week. Come
Tough.
on.
Tough.
So, and I'm not gonna lie, that's a must win. We cannot go 1-3. That is a must win. A
Mm-hmm.
must win. Lamar, let's get to it. Come on. We gotta be it's next week is a must win. Because 1-3 right now is not a good look. And I got faith in my squad. We making the playoffs. But my thing is that we got to be realistic, though, right? You want to make the playoffs, avoid the wild card if you can. But with the talent that we have, if we don't win our division and have a bye or something, then we underperform it. But I
Mm-hmm.
know sometimes teams catch fire late and stuff, but the expectations for the Ravens is much higher. So I'm expecting more because we at a point now where it's win or bust every year.
Mm-hmm.
And we just can't be losing these games how we losing them. And we gotta stop the bleeding now. We can't be like, oh, get down, be 1-5, and think we just gonna turn it around. And no,
Mm-hmm.
it's too much talent in the NFL. Like even teams that ain't supposed to win be winning. It's too much talent, too much stuff going on. Nah, we in trouble right now, and we just have to stop the bleeding.
So, few things I want to know, right? So, you
Yes,
alluded to when you said, Ravens defense. Like right now, currently, Ravens have no identity. What are they? Are they a defensive team? Are they an offensive team? Are they a running team? Are they a passing team? What the fuck are they? They're just out there running plays and just doing what they do. And another keynote from the last game, they missed 20 tackles in that last game against the Detroit Lions.
terrible,
20 tackles.
terrible,
So
terrible.
obviously their fundamentals is off. They're not keening on what we know the Ravens for, which is defense. Imagine a Ray Lewis led defense with 20 tackles. It's never gonna
That's the problem. We
ever.
we 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 missed that era. That's the
Yes.
problem. We used to that, and we got like it's like I'm out there trying to play defense on these guys, like
Mm-hmm.
people off the street. Like, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's
And
it's
it's
it's disheartening.
also key to note,
Yeah.
which because remember they missed and they kicker Justin Tucker because he had
No, he's
those
not on the Ravens no more though.
yeah, I know, but they missing him.
Yeah.
That was one of the best kickers in
Oh.
the league. So
Mm.
they don't have him no more to kind of give you those safety blankets or the little chippy field goals. You could use those extra points.
Yeah.
And another key injury, I can't pronounce his name. Namdi Matabuki.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's your defensive lineman. He got a neck
Yeah.
injury, so he's out. So he's one of the key pieces I was looking at in your
Yeah.
pass rush.
Yeah.
And it's been noticeably bad, your pass
Yeah.
rush. So
Yeah.
again, it goes back to the identity of okay, who are the Baltimore Ravens? Are we a defensive minded team? Are we going to stop you, or are we an offensive minded team? We're just going to outscore you and stop you when we need to. I think they just
I
figure on
mean,
paper they like. I say this about Ravens, and I'll let you go. They like a fancy convertible on the outside, right? Fancy convertible looks good, but on the inside, the engine don't work. That's how the Ravens look. Outside, they all good. Oh, shit, they got this receiver, Lamar Jackson, Henry, good coach. But on the inside, they don't know who the fuck they are. They're not working. So they gotta figure out how to fix that engine to get that shit going again so you can have the inside looking pretty and the outside looking pretty. So that's my 2 cents on the Ravens right now.
I mean, that's the problem, though. They are an offensive based team. They need to put emphasis back on the defense. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem. There's no emphasis on it. And they're going
Mm-hmm.
to start looking at Harbaugh. And he's a great coach. But, yo, that was a bad play call to not go for that on fourth down. In that fourth, when you're down, like, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 2 cents. I'm mad. So I'm gonna let
Uh,
them boys rock, man. Cause yeah, we in trouble. We gotta
Listen,
get this
we
shit
got
right,
a
man.
ton of clips. We talked about the Ravens and Super Bowl of bust for Lamar. Uh,
It's that for certain. Well, Burrow's injured, but Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, I mean, and Burrow, but that's what it is for them every year because of
mhm,
how they are looked at. You
mhm,
know,
mhm.
that's
But
period. Every year.
I believe it's heightened more for Lamar than those other guys because
No,
Lamar,
no, no. It's not high
yeah,
anymore. They no, not more than Josh. No, it's not because the expectations for them is all the same, bro. They like all of y'all. I think it's higher for Josh Allen and Lamar because they never been to the Super Bowl more than Burrow. But I don't think
mhm,
it's more Lamar than because it's like yo, yeah, both of them need to. They one of y'all better win and take
mhm,
down Mahomes. One of
mhm,
y'all. Who's it gonna be?
mhm,
At least that's from what I be hearing as well.
mhm.
Like you know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
but judging by what I've seen on analysts and social media, they
Yeah.
put a lot of pressure on Lamar more than Burrows and more than Allen.
Rightfully so. He
You
got two
know,
MVPs. He got
you know,
talent. I mean,
and they you know what success comes with that, right? You if you win these
absolutely,
MVPs and you doing all this,
absolutely.
what is the show for?
We
You know,
we not running from it. We know the deal. I know the deal. It's
okay.
win or nothing. So I'm on board. I know the deal. We got to get to it. Let's go.
Mhm. Cause
Simple as
I've been
that.
on record telling you this. I was like, yo, as great as Lamar Jackson is, I still feel he's not that guy to get you the Super Bowl. I just feel that way. I know I always said that.
Right.
You know.
Rightfully. I mean, you could say it. It's not a fact in the end because his career is still going. So it's to be determined. But I believe in my guy. I believe you're the best player in the league. We just got to put it together. That's it.
As you
Simple
should.
as that.
As you
Simple as
should.
that, man. Let's
Uh,
get it.
let's go
You know
Giants.
what I mean? You know what I mean? And then, so, all right, let's talk about real quick, right? I want to talk about the Mets real quick, right? Can
Hmm.
they get the last playoff spot? First
Hmm.
of all, they had control of the playoff seed since April 5th.
Hmm. Since
They
April 5th.
lose, yes. Now, against the Nationals, the bum ass Nationals, they lost the damn 2 games in a freaking row.
Mm.
Now, the other team, I forgot which team it is, owns the tiebreaker over them.
Hmm.
So that's why they're on the outside looking in and they got the same record. My
Hmm.
thing is this: you guys was in control of the whole season, and
Hmm.
honestly, y'all had a good run last year, and y'all added Juan Soto. Juan Soto, I think he's pieced together to save the city because he has 42 home runs. He has more home runs than he did with the Yankees. He's
Hmm.
batting like 260 something. He's joined like he got the 40 stolen bases, the 40 homers. So I feel like overall, stat wise, he has had a good year.
Hmm.
He started off slow,
He
but yeah,
did.
not making the playoffs though.
Hmm.
Nah, man. Like, come on,
So this
come on.
is what the Mets are currently faced with, right? So for
Yeah,
one, in a lot of these series, based on a lot of series,
yeah,
they are lackluster in winning a lot of these series. So
yeah.
the New York Mets, they currently tied with the Cincinnati Reds for the third and final wild card spot
It's the
as of
Reds.
today.
Okay,
As of
okay.
today. And today they play the Cubs. They have the rest of their games is away. They play the Cubs 3 more games and the Marlins 3 more games, right? So Cincinnati,
Ah,
they
man.
tied, they're tied with Cincinnati and for the last wild card spot. So because of the head to head, the Reds hold the head to head tiebreaker.
Yeah, the
So they
tiebreaker.
got
Yeah,
to finish with a better record than the Reds in order
to
for
make
them
it.
to make it, right? So and they
And
said
it's
that
another team
Arizona,
that's right behind them too. They got
uh,
like one less loss. It's another team. I think it's the Diamondbacks or
Arizona
somebody.
Diamondbacks. Yes, they're
That's just
one game
one
behind the
more
Mets.
loss.
Yes.
So
So
I mean, it's crazy right now.
so this is the current standings. So the Cubs clinch at 88 and 68. The Padres clinch at 86 and 71. The Reds are 80 and 76. The Mets are 80 and 76, and the Diamondbacks are 79 and 77. So this is this tiebreaker scenario. That's how they got. So the Reds hold a tiebreaker. So the
Uh
Mets
huh.
need to finish at least one game ahead of the Reds to make the playoffs. And the Diamondbacks also hold a tiebreaker over the Mets. So they got to have a better record than the Mets and the Diamondbacks in order for these guys to get in there. Can they get in there? Yes, but they got to win out. They got to, and all the other games, rest of the games is away. So, let's see what the Mets do. See what the Mets do.
Yeah, man. I mean, yo, listen, I'm a Mets fan. Listen, if y'all don't make the playoffs, it's a freaking failure, man.
Go Yankees.
So that's that. I mean, that's it, man. You know what I mean? On to the next, man. Well, I mean, what's good with your boy, man? Shakur versus Teofimo. That's rumored to happen.
Yes.
How you feel about that? How you feel about that? How you feel
Yeah.
about? We know how you feel about Shakur. You
Yeah.
always saying Shakur's
Yes.
praises. How do you
Yeah.
feel about Teofimo?
I think this is a great matchup for Shakur. Obviously, this is going to be he got to move up
From
from
135 to 140, so
135 to
5 pounds.
140. So he's moving up 5 pounds, stepping into that weight class. I like this fight for Shakur because Teofimo he's a great boxer. He's an aggressive boxer, right? So you got an aggressive boxer versus
And he from Brooklyn too.
yeah, shout out to PK. Obviously, he's an aggressive boxer going against a skilled boxer. But we all see what happens when skill met aggression in the Canelo Alvarez and Bud Crawford
No, no,
fight.
no, no. Bud Crawford, that's different stuff, man. That's different stuff. We're not even
No, I'm just
comparing.
saying. No, it's not different because Shakur is cut from the cloth of Bud. They train together. They're in the same gym.
Teofimo and Canelo not in the same stratosphere. That's what
I'm
I said.
not
That
talking.
all
No, no, no.
together
No, no.
is just
I'm talking about in terms of aggression. Canelo is not a skilled
okay.
boxer. He's a boxer that
I
he will.
I ain't gonna lie. All right, now I see what you mean. Cause I ain't gonna lie. Canelo, when he thought he could get aggressive, Bud nipped that. So now
Nip
you
that
sit down. You sit down.
with
You sit
skill,
down. Yeah,
you
you sit
know.
down. Yeah, for sure.
So
I got what you mean now.
I just think for Shakur, this is a test because obviously this would be one of his most notable fights. Where people said that
Absolutely. He needs that. He needs one of
he
those
needs that.
notables. Yeah, so yeah.
So I just I love boxing. I watch boxing. I don't
Yeah.
think it's going to be a fight that everybody thinks is going to be. I think this is going to be the coming out class for Shakur Stevenson. He's going to show because it's like when you playing against say if you playing ball, you playing against a bum ass team. You ain't really out there. You
Yeah.
gonna want to get the win, but you ain't gonna showcase your full. You're not gonna be fully
Yeah.
motivated to go.
Yeah.
And if you
Yeah.
playing a
Yeah.
good team, you gonna go to sleep the next night, like go to sleep early, your
Yeah.
mental like yo.
Yeah.
So Shakur be like,
Yeah.
yes, I got one now. Now let me show y'all what I can do. So I think
Yeah.
this is the coming out party for Shakur Stevenson to show everybody like, yo, I am that dude. And too bad Teofimo got to be in the crosswind. Shout out to Brooklyn though, but he ain't
Yeah.
gonna get this dub against Shakur. No, no way,
Yeah.
no way.
Hopefully it get locked in because it still hasn't been like verified and set in stone and nothing, but it's been rumored that it's close and it's in the
Well, they
works.
said they
So,
agreed. It's agreed on. It's
but
agreed.
it's no signed contracts. That's what I'm saying. So until it's
Yeah.
like set, then so that's why I'm saying like so
Mm-hmm.
hopefully all goes well and we get that because we
Mm-hmm.
definitely need more of that in boxing. And Shakur needs the big name. He got to
He
do
need.
what his
He need.
mentor Crawford did. You get fronted on with the big names, so when you get those big names, you better kick their ass
You got to
like
do what you got
Bud
to do.
Crawford did. So
Mm-hmm.
let's do it. So
Yeah.
I'm hopeful for that. So shout out to both of those dudes.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely. What about Fred VanVleet? And before I know it's something that we didn't have on the list. Before we get to the Fred VanVleet, listen, I gotta say this: the Liberty fired their head coach.
I
That
saw
just
it
won a
today.
you just won a championship last year. You lost to the Phoenix. Phoenix wanted it more than New York. I watched the last game. I'm like, nah, they're not gonna win this because Phoenix just wanted it more. They was playing. Y'all lost. All right, you fire her. It's like the Knicks firing Tibbs. Like at the time when you firing them, it does not make sense. Then one of my dudes that I went to college with, because I commented on the post, I'm like, why? And people are like,
Right.
that's crazy. He gonna say, oh, because they have too much talent to be and the way they struggling. And then I said, they just won a championship last year. Then
Right.
he's like, oh, they struggled in that series too. I said, listen, you know what your problem is? That's like the Lakers, right? When they had Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Ron Artest, Dwight, all these names. You hear names, you're like, oh my gosh. This is a team game. You can have all the all-stars on your team, but if you
Mhm.
playing it's like the Lakers when they lost to the Pistons with
Mhm.
Shaq and Malone in them.
Mhm.
You got Sabrina, Stewie,
Mhm.
Jones. They got big names. They was not way better than Minnesota in the finals last year.
Mhm.
And Minnesota had the best player with Nafisa Collier. And she was
Mhm.
showing it last year. Was
Mhm.
giving them the business. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm like, you going off names. That's what
Mhm.
you doing. They was not, yo, Minnesota played better in New York. It was a lot. I'm like, yo, like from that, I was like, yo, Minnesota's nice.
Mhm.
And that's why everybody was mad because they felt like the referees kind of cheated in a way because they wanted the Knicks, I said the Knicks, the Liberty to win in that
Mhm.
last game with the controversial foul calls. So that
Mhm.
was a lot with it. But I'm like, nah, like, Minnesota's a great, and they showing it this year. But
Mhm.
yo, New York, I don't know what's up with y'all, but when y'all firing coaches,
Mhm.
bad timing. I just wanted to mention that because that was crazy to me.
Yeah, and it's sad, right? Because when you look at when coaches, good coaches, especially coming off a championship from last year, and it's
Yeah,
sad
man.
when good coaches get fired because of lack of performance that the players go out there and do. Because at the end
Yeah.
of the day, the coach gonna call the plays, and the coach got to be the motivator, so to speak. But the players got to go out there and execute these plays, and they got to be motivated themselves to go out there and win. You alluded to it. Phoenix was just more hungrier, so you can't
Word.
coach that.
Word.
You can't out coach that. You got to just say, listen, these guys are out here, they dogging us. Y'all got to go out here. Y'all got to want this more. If y'all don't want this more, then they're going to beat us. And that's what
Yeah.
happened. Then they go look at the coach and like, well, okay, well, y'all lost. You got to get fired. Like, it just,
Yeah, it's
I
terrible.
hate that good coaches get fired. I could see if
Yeah.
they was never making the playoffs, never winning any series, the players don't like them, there's turmoil going on. Yeah, get rid of them because of the coach. But it wasn't the coach. It wasn't the coach. It's just like you said, Phoenix wanted it more when they was out on that court. The coach is not out there dribbling the ball and all that.
Yep.
They on the sidelines just watching like, come on, get some energy. And maybe
Yep.
Brianna was probably like, shit, not this play. I'll get a next play. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Sabrina was like, not this play, the next play. Can't coach that. You know what I'm saying? So it's sad, man, that she had to go out like that. It's sad. They was the defending champions. Now it's like, who is going to win it now? So interesting to see.
And honestly, who wins it now? I think honestly, yo, for the culture, for the culture, we need to see the Aces versus the Lynx. We need to
Ooh,
see Aja versus Nafisa and to be like, all right, I'm the best in the league. That's what the
ooh,
culture wants. I'm gonna
yes.
say that. The
That
culture wants and needs that. But you know,
would
the
be
Aces
big for the
lost game.
NBA.
Yeah, they lost game one. So the Aces. But yo, that's what the culture wants. But honestly, I got Minnesota
Mm-hmm.
winning the chip this year.
You
I
got
like
Minnesota?
Minnesota's team. I like they're a good team. I like them as a team.
Okay.
I like their unit. You know what I'm saying? And I think Nafisa feels like, damn, I should have got MVP.
Mm.
We got jerked last year with the Liberty. They jerked me on
Not
the.
over Asia Wilson, not MVP over Asia.
I'm saying though, I'm not saying that AJ didn't deserve. I'm
Oh,
talking about how she. It's almost like to what I'm alluding to when David Robinson didn't get. When Elijah Wan didn't get the MVP and
over.
David Robinson got it. You're
Got
like,
it.
yo, I should have won MVP. That's my
Yeah.
award. So when they met, he kicked his ass.
Or
So
with
that's
Mike
what I'm
Jordan
saying.
to Barkley that year, and he
You
went
know what
out.
I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like I feel like that's the chip that Nafisa has.
Okay.
Like, okay, yo, like
Mm.
I got jerked in the finals. They gave the MVP to okay. I gotta show y'all that yo, so I think she got that chip. So that's why, I'm
Mm.
rocking with it. I'm rocking with it. So
One
I'm
thing
rocking
I
with it.
disapprove of the WNBA format is
Okay.
that best of three. I don't like
I
that.
love yeah, that's so trash.
I don't
Yeah.
like it. These do
I,
five.
at least five, even if they do five, the whole playoffs, or even
Yeah.
if they do five, and then maybe the final seven.
Yeah.
But I know that they're doing it 3, 5, 5, 5. I'm like, yeah, because it's like 3 games.
3 games. I don't
Yeah,
approve. It
Yeah,
doesn't
but
really
I
it doesn't
know
really
they.
give a team
Yeah,
that almost well, how can I put this? It's like, when you're going into a series,
yeah,
I mean, in a way, I can see how it could work because, if we got 5 games, say, you're like, okay, okay, I could lose at least one or two, maybe. I could still come back and, but 3 games is like, yo, bro, you can't really lose no games. Like,
yeah, yeah. And then
that's
maybe
tough.
with the league growing, they may extend it because now it's growing. So I
Yeah,
think it's probably because it wasn't like where it needed to be in
yeah.
general. So more games is more money, and then potentially more money to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So I think with the league growing, we may get there. We may get to that point where they extend that first round series to more than the best of three.
Gotta shout out Alyssa Thomas from the Phoenix Mercury. She recorded her 5th career triple double in that win as well.
Yo, I
You know,
yo, I
I,
rocks with her. I rocks with her. Cause
mm,
yo, after they beat the Liberty, they was like, yo, you gotta go against Nafisa. Da, da, da. Like, yo, so what? And she like, yo, she gotta guard me too. What's good
got
with
Garvey
y'all?
too.
Like,
That's how you
like
gotta
I
say
was
it.
like, yo, I rock with her, man.
Mm,
I rocks with her.
mm-hmm.
Talk that, man. And
Yep.
that's the same thing. Though it's like even when you playing ball. Like I was playing ball earlier, and I'm like, oh, but you gotta guard me.
Gotta
You gotta
Garvey.
guard me. Like, like you gotta guard me. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? Shout out to Alyssa Thomas, man. I rocks with you even when
Absolutely.
y'all beat the Liberty. Listen, I love your game. And you another underrated player. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of good players in the WNBA. She don't get a lot of love either.
Mm-hmm.
She's on her LeBron, Grant Hill, Scotty shit with the numbers, getting triple doubles, damn man triple
Mm-hmm.
doubles. So she's a very great player in her own right. Salute
Yes.
to her.
Shout out to the
Definitely.
Times. Absolutely.
Yes. Now I guess we can talk about the Fred VanVleet now. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna lie. Houston,
We have a
yeah,
problem.
still yeah, you have a problem. I mean, you have a problem, Houston. You gotta be real. Because that's your starting point guard, and Van Vliet is no slouch. That man gets buckets. Hear
Yes.
me.
You're losing a
So
14, 3, and 5 player per game. Like that's tough to and the leader, leader is what the unsung thing here is leader,
yeah,
on that team. So now they gotta avoid the field at point guard. And it's bad. I hate to see players suffer season ending injuries in the off season.
yeah,
You
that'd
know,
be the worst. You're not even
That'd be the
playing.
worst. Like you ain't even get
Yeah,
he didn't even get to chill with Kevin Durant or practice with KD just to see how they could mesh. He didn't even and I know
yeah.
KD went over there. I'm pretty sure that was a key factor in why he went over there to
Heck yeah.
Houston, seeing
Yeah.
who was at point guard, looking at the overall roster. And I'm hearing
hmm
rumblings of Westbrook coming over there. KD will be pissed. He would be pissed if Westbrook
I'm
come
not
there.
gonna lie. Westbrook, he don't shoot the ball good enough to be over there, man.
No.
He don't shoot the
I,
ball good enough to
I
be
will
over
be
there.
KD will be extremely pissed if Russell Westbrook was to come over there. They got to run. They may not feel that they need to run that through KD because maybe because he's not the franchise player, he's just coming over there. But there's no way I bring Russell Westbrook over there. No way. Shout out to Russell Westbrook, great player, but he's not a fit in Houston. But yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
Houston
it's
we have a
finished.
problem, man.
Yeah,
Because
a big problem.
who's
Big problem.
going to be the guy to orchestrate that offense, per se. Who, you know? Uh it's left to say. I know they got the backup point guard. What's his name? You know his name?
Nah,
Ah, let me see. The backup, hold on. I'm gonna check out right now. So they was talking
that's
about
wild,
maybe,
man.
yeah, that's his name. Seguin. No, not
Okay.
Seguin. I'm sorry, not Seguin. Reed Shepard. Shepard, that's his name. They were saying because he was showing flashes, so they were saying
Yeah.
maybe he could step up, come into that role, and be that guy to come in after Van Fleet. But that's gonna be hard, man. I'm looking at their lineup, and they don't. They need a point guard now because Shepard was their backup. Obviously, Fred was their main two. But who is going to be their backup point guard? I'm looking at the roster. These guys don't get no burn. J.D. Davidson, no, he's out of here. That's their backup now. J.D. Davidson is their backup point guard now to what you call it to Reed Shepard. Tough, tough. I'm looking at this roster.
Yeah,
The roster is pretty decent, but Fred VanVleet was a huge loss. And he's out for the season. It's not like you owe a couple of games this season. They have a huge role to fill. Matter of fact, let's look at available. What you got to say about it? Let me look at some available free agents.
man. I mean, there ain't really nobody they could really sign to plug in there, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember, he's Van Vliet is a part of that squad, that turnaround.
Mm-hmm.
He's a big part of that. Like, and he's an underrated guy. So you're not really. It's like who you gonna really get to plug in to give what he was gonna give as
Mm-hmm.
far as that. So
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna have to change up how they play
Mm-hmm.
depending on who they do trade for or sign. But the way they
Mm-hmm.
was gonna go about their offense with him gone is
Mm-hmm.
like it is yeah, they're gonna have to switch it up a bit.
So I'm looking at the free agent point guards. Um, I don't know why they got Chris Paul up here. Didn't he sign
With the Clippers.
the
Yeah.
Clippers, right? Yeah, why they
Hmm.
got him still up here? Obviously Russell Westbrook, he's
Hmm.
available. I'm just looking at notables. Dennis Schroeder, he's available. Um, it's really not Ben Simmons. Tyrus Jones, Spencer Dinwiddie. Um, I'm
He,
looking.
he's he's solid, but he's not Van Vliet.
He's not being. Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna replace that.
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
saying. Like, yeah, so I'm like, it's not whoever they pick up it's not gonna be Van Vliet, but they're
Yeah.
gonna have to make some adjustments with how they was gonna run offense and et cetera. Because Fred Van Vliet spaces the floor,
Yep.
he digs in on defense,
Yep.
he plays hard. It's a lot of things that you lose with him going out. So
Wow. I am looking at the epic fall off of Markel Fultz. Because he's a free
that's a
agent.
whole- that's a
But
whole nother story in itself.
yeah, I mean, obviously the Rockets are in trouble, man, because nobody expected them to go into the season without their starting point guard. So,
Right.
yeah, that is going to put more onus on KD to go out there. And I mean, obviously he's a bucket getter, but it's going to be more onus on him to, KD, you probably came in thinking that you could just score like maybe 23, 24. We're going to need you to score probably 28 a game now, to
Yeah,
substitute for
yeah.
Van Vliet's scoring output. So, let's see. If Reed Shepard could come in there and do his thing, maybe that could be unsung story, right? But it's gonna be left to
Yeah,
see. Gonna be left to see, man. But Houston,
yeah,
we have a problem.
yeah. Big problem. Uh, so I've seen it on ESPN because ESPN they got a partnership with the WWE now, so they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have live events on ESPN. So
Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. did his top five wrestlers, and I'm like, yo, so I'm like, that's why I'm like, yo, we need to do ours, man. But Stephen A.'s list, like, it was like, yo, Goldberg was number one. I was like, son,
What? He needs to get back.
Gold, yeah, Goldberg was number one. I
No.
think number two was I remember The Rock was number four. Hulk Hogan was number three. I think Ric Flair was number two. And then number five, I forgot who he had as fifth, but it was like when you put
Warrior.
the Warriors, the tag team. And then you
Mm-hmm.
have no disrespect to Goldberg, but no.
No.
But that's why I said we need to do ours. And
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I wanna break it. I wanna do two different, right? When it comes to wrestling, it's like the total package. But I wanna shed light on the top five like wrestlers, like in ring performers,
Mm-hmm.
and then I want to do it like just period, just overall. The
Mm-hmm.
in ring performers, top five as far as technicians and wrestlers, because I know they won't get all of them won't necessarily get the credit or recognition, but
Mm-hmm.
not even in like an order, but like top five, like just in ring technician. Of course, we got Bret the Hitman Hart,
Yes. Yes. I'm about to say you better have bread in there.
and like Bret Hart. And we talking about in ring, like
Mm-hmm.
as far as like just the wrestling aspect.
Right.
Bret Hart. Bret Hart. People, because of what he did, we separating Chris Benoit in the ring. We just Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, in ring, Shawn Michaels in ring.
It got to.
And this, another one, Kurt Angle was like him and Bret Hart might have been him versus Bret Hart. He wanted to have that match. That might have been the greatest match ever if it would have happened. Kurt Angle, phenomenal wrestler.
Yes.
Yes. You understand? That's 4. And then number 5, I mean, I didn't do it in order, but how I kind of listed him is not bad. But number 5, from what I seen, I'm gonna have to probably go Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, top 5 in-ring performer. And an honorable mention is like a Dean Malenko, Mr. Perfect. Like, we talking about technicians. If somebody said Mr. Perfect number 5, I wouldn't be mad. But those guys, I wanted to shed light just on in-ring performance, the technicians. Phenomenal. Now, that's one part. Now, top 5, just all right. The top 5, all right. So this is different. All right. I got it for me because we generations it's like you before me, so I know some things might differ, but for me, like top 5, gotta have The Rock and Stone Cold. They changed the joint overall. You know what I mean? And I mean, even though he got, God bless him and all that, but Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan. I mean, to wrestling. So we talking about top 5. I mean, he's like he has to be in there. So The Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan. I gotta put Shawn Michaels, and I gotta put Shawn Michaels in Bret Hart. Me, or you know what I mean? But shout out to like a Ric Flair, because what he brought to wrestling is it's kind of so. But those are the guys that I'm.
So break down your top 5, because it was like.
All right, so The Rock is The Rock. Like, honestly, on the microphone, he took that to a whole nother level, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was part of the best era in wrestling. Him and Stone Cold. Like, like Stone Cold was like the bad guy, but you just could not like him. So it was like he kind of, was that brash, and he took it to another. Him and The Rock changed the game forever. I mean, Hulk Hogan is Hulk Hogan for what he did in the 80s and, how popular he was. But The Rock and Stone Cold, you can make a case that they took it even higher than him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it speaks for itself as far as the impact on wrestling. I mean, as far as, who else did I say in my top 5? I had Shawn. I said Shawn Michaels.
Bret, Shawn, Rock, Stone Cold.
Yeah, I mean Hogan. I mean Shawn Michaels. I mean, total package, man. Like the girls loved him. He had the aura. In ring, nobody could touch him. He put on the best matches. I mean, he was a total package. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what The Rock. It's like The Rock. He had the look, the talk, but then it's like in ring he was good too. But it's like, that's what like everybody had. Like Stone Cold before the neck injury was better in the ring, but he had to be more of a brawler after Owen Hart hurt his neck. So it's like, but it's like a lot of these, like Shawn Michaels was total package. Bret Hart had that aura, style. Nobody could touch him in the ring. He got better with his promos towards the end of his WWF career too. It's like these guys like total package. So it's like, for me, I'm looking at all those different things. And that's why I'm like, when we talk about the greatest and the best, that's why like somebody like for example, like a Chris Benoit, he had no personality, but his in-ring was phenomenal. So that's why I was like, when it comes to that, you can't be like the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's me explaining mine. Now you go ahead.
A little bit more. And obviously when you do any top anything, all this subjective because
Yes,
at
yes,
the end
yes,
of
yes.
the day, it all bases on people's personal preferences and who they like over the other,
Yeah. Yeah,
right?
I'm
So
interested to hear yours though. I'm hyped to hear yours.
let's get this out the way. So,
Yeah, I'm hyped to hear
I
yours.
think like when my era of wrestling, I came in when wrestling was wrestling, and you got
Yeah,
a whiff of that on the tail end of it,
yeah,
and
yeah,
like right
yeah.
now, I can't even watch wrestling right now if I wanted to. So my top, and there's no particular order.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hulk Hogan, he got to be in there,
yeah,
regardless of how you felt about us.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hulk
exactly.
Hogan
Yeah,
got
yeah,
to be in
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Bret the Hitman Hart got to be in there. The
yeah.
best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Bret
Yep, yep,
Hitman
yep.
got to be in there. The Rock, icon, like, yo, if you smell it, oh my gosh, he had the whole world with the eyebrow. And we used to be outside and all that. It doesn't matter. We used to be going crazy in the hood doing that shit. You remember that shit? you know, yo, we used to go.
Yeah, it's so bad that even mommy know the rocking them the catchphrases. That's how you know.
He was the ultimate catchphrase king, like
Yeah, it's a
unparalleled.
fact.
Gotta have the
It's a
Rock in
fact.
it.
It's a fact.
Stone Cold. Stone
Yeah,
Cold was in there because he was in there cracking beers, just over your head and just
yeah,
say whatever the
yeah,
hell he wanted to say, fuck you, and
yeah,
Stone
yeah,
Cold just like, yo,
yeah,
that's the
yeah.
Stone
It's
Cold
crazy.
whatever. But
Yeah.
one person you forgot to mention,
Okay.
The Undertaker. Is no way.
I, I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. The
He
Undertaker.
won straight WrestleMania wins the streak.
I'm kind of mad that they even made
And
him
even
lose.
in the way he did it, right? Like that was
Like
trash.
they should have never made him lose at WrestleMania, man.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was trash. And for way
yeah,
and have him go out that way, that was trash.
yeah. It was
But you
whack.
got to
It
put
was
the
whack.
Undertaker because it's like, yo,
I ain't mad at that. I'm not.
when I was coming up, people wrestling, boom, you be like, oh shit,
Yeah,
ain't got to go
yeah,
black. You see Paul Bearer with the thing, and they used to be on the floor
yeah,
just rising up. Like everybody
yeah,
thought the nigga was really dead. like yo,
yeah, 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 yeah,
yo,
yeah,
is this guy
yeah,
really
yeah, yeah,
dead? And he just
yeah.
wrestling. Yo,
I ain't mad at
Undertaker
that.
was
I'm
the
not mad at that. I'm
it
not
was like
mad at that.
aura, like that aura, that
Yeah,
nostalgia. Like Undertaker came, it was like,
yeah,
oh man, like if you like people, if y'all go back and watch Undertaker's earlier years when he
yeah.
was that guy, like, oh my god. So those are my five. Those are my five. And again, it's
I'm not.
subjective.
I'm
Everybody's
not
gonna
mad at it.
be different.
I'm not mad at it.
You know, like yo, bro, remember that time we was in, and then he said, remember that?
When we was
It
where?
doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah, you really caught me because I'm like, what you talking about? Ah, man. You got it,
Yeah.
man. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
But
I ain't
yes,
mad at it.
shout out to, I don't even watch wrestling now. It's funny because Alea is into wrestling, yo.
A word?
She
That's
loves the
dope. I'm a holla at it. I'm a holla at it because I'm
yeah.
still I'm into it. But it's like if we comparing it to before, obviously, but I'm
Uh-huh.
into it to a degree.
Yes.
So yeah,
She
yeah.
likes like the woman wrestler. She's really
I ain't
into
gonna
it.
lie. The women's division is very fire now.
Oh, for real?
They got a lot of beautiful women, like not like looking all fake, but like you know what I'm saying? It's like white, black, like they really expanded it a lot of, and
Okay.
they actually have a lot of in-ring ability,
Mm.
etc. So they did
Okay.
a lot of work on that division, whether it's on the underground and all around, period. So yeah, the women's division is definitely lit right now.
One notable mention I forgot to mention. Triple H.
Cool.
Triple H.
No, no, no,
Triple
no,
H.
no.
I
He was
mean,
good
that's
not mentioning
me.
it.
That's
That's
me.
true. Yeah, he was a
Triple
great
H,
villain and all of that. But yeah,
he
he's a great
had
villain.
one of the best finishes in WWE history. Like that, the pedigree, even the name of it, the pedigree, the pedigree, the
Matter of
pedigree.
fact,
Yo,
we got
Triple
an
H
honorable
was
mention. I
that
got
guy.
an
He
honorable
was,
mention right here. An
huh?
honorable mention for real. You ready? Honorable mention. The Stinger. The icon. The icon.
Mm,
Sting. The icon, man. You know I
yeah.
got my little collection. Hold on. Got the vintage Shawn Michaels.
Oh yes.
The
And
vintage Shawn Michaels.
you know who would have had if they didn't like change it up a little bit? Ultimate Warrior. He was on the cusp. Nah, bro. When I was watching wrestling, the Ultimate Warrior,
No,
he
no,
was
bro.
he
They
was supposed to
want.
be the next
Yeah,
one after
keyword. All
Hulk
right,
Hogan.
all right, all right, all right. You corrected it. He was supposed to, and
Yes,
they just realized he was trash.
they did because
God, God, God bless him though. I'm
yeah,
not. God bless him. Rest his soul. But he wasn't. There was a lot of issues. So,
he had
all
a
right,
lot of issues. I
all
was
right, all right.
saying, aside from
Yeah,
the issues, that's what I said.
yeah,
I was like, if he would
yeah,
have got his shit together, Ultimate
yeah,
Warrior was that next figure team at the Hulk Hogan. He had it
yeah,
all. He had the
yeah.
head,
Well, no, no,
makeup.
no.
Yeah,
Yo, this dude is Sajiro. I'm gonna
Brock
need you to Sajiro, listen to me.
Brock
Listen to me.
Lesnar.
Listen. Sajiro. I don't know what you was doing before you came in the slide. I love you to death. But whatever you was doing, go back and do that.
Brock
You said
Zero.
Brock Lesnar. He's
Brock,
dope. I'm not discrediting Brock Lesnar, but we talking about top 5 all
Brock
time.
Lesnar. Brock
Sajiro.
Lesnar.
Yo, bro. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live. Top 5. No, listen, Sajiro. Let me tell you who I had. Like, you understand? We talking about top 5. We talking about Shawn
Brock
Michaels,
Lesnar.
The Rock. Like, we talking about people like you understand? Like, hold it down, hold it down. Yo,
Brock
nah.
Lesnar.
It ain't yo. Sajiro, it's not because he left wrestling. That's why he just not top 5, my man.
Nah,
Simple as that.
bro. Nah, bro.
Yo, listen.
And
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
I know for me, I admire your takes, how
Nah.
eloquently you pronounce your words and how you go about but Brock
Yo, hold on.
Lesnar.
Yo, bro, look. That's like me almost saying, like, look, that's like if I told you Mankind was top 5, bro.
Oh yeah.
Sajiro, whichever you was doing, you go back and do that. All
Nah,
right?
Brock
We gonna
Lesnar.
be, we about
He's
to
not even
before we,
notable mention.
yeah.
Wait, he said tap me in. Okay, hold on. Let me tap him in. Let me tap. He got to defend himself. Let him defend himself.
I don't know how the hell you defend that.
He has the chance. He has the opportunity to defend himself right now.
Yo, Sajiro, I'm gonna let you know before you talk, I'm going to fucking rip you up for your bullshit
Brock
ass shit. So
Lesnar.
let's go. Hold on, because before
All
we
right.
even get cut off, go ahead and say your shit, because I'm going to tear you. Let's go.
So he's not top 5 all time. So that's not what I was trying to say. So let me just make that clear. What
Okay.
I was
So what are
saying
we
though is,
talking about?
what I was just simply trying to say is, at his peak, like at his peak of his powers, there's nobody that can fuck with him. He's beating any and everybody.
No, it's bullshit.
Remember,
Next.
Goldberg will whoop his ass the way that they
he's the
had the nostalgia for
remember
Goldberg.
he's the person that beat Undertaker. Undertaker was always undefeated at WrestleMania. Who kicked his ass? Brock Lesnar. He's the
Bro,
person that beat John Cena in 3 different decades. '03, I think 2014 and 2025. Brock Lesnar. He's the one that every time he comes back, he dominates shit. He kick everybody's ass. So like I said, he don't got the longevity and he be in and out of wrestling too much. But if everybody showed up at the peak of their powers, he's kicking everybody's ass. Simple.
No.
Like, let's
No.
put it this way. Let's think of an NBA player, right? Who he maybe didn't play as long as other people, but he's better than other people. Who would
Penny
that be?
Hardaway. Penny Hardaway?
Penny Hardaway, perfect. There's a lot of people that all time will be ahead of Penny, right? Russell Westbrook. Who's better though? Who's better, Russell Westbrook or Penny Hardaway?
Yo.
Westbrook.
Who's better, Russell Westbrook or Penny Hardaway?
Westbrook.
I mean, Westbrook as far as the career, yeah, but
I'm taking
All right.
Westbrook.
Sajiro.
Who's the better player? If they were both healthy and they just met up at the peak of their powers, who's better?
Westbrook. I'm still taking Westbrook.
Okay, that's fair. It's debatable. That's fair. Let's do another one. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, right? Derrick Rose at the peak of his powers is better than a lot of people. But a lot of people had better careers than Derrick Rose, right? That's what I'm trying to say. Derrick Rose kind of a guy. Came on the scene, was fucking shit up, all that. But
Brock Lesnar.
Y'all might need to go really go look at Brock's like. Y'all might need to go.
Nah,
take
yo,
a look at
Tajiro. I'm in tune with Brock Lesnar, but bro, that's the same nigga that Goldberg beat in like 4 seconds.
Wait, tell me. So
That's
y'all
the
don't
same
think
nigga that Goldberg. Right.
The Rock?
I'm taking Goldberg at the.
You said who you? What you said, Tajiro?
Peak of his
Y'all
joint
forgetting
is not.
that Brock Lesnar. Yo, wait, Mel. You like watching like old stuff. You'll go back and watch the finals in '92. Go back and watch SummerSlam 2002 when Brock kicked The Rock's
Beat the
ass.
Rock because the Rock was leaving to go do movies.
See, now that's the see. Okay, so what?
That's why. That's why.
All right, he kicked John Cena's
I
ass.
watched that. You know who you're talking to.
He kicked
The
All
historian.
right, he kicked
So
John
let's
Cena's
go.
ass. He
Wait,
kicked
hold
John
on.
Cena's ass in 3 different decades.
But hold on.
Yo.
And John Cena might be the GOAT. And he kicks John Cena's ass.
John Cena is not the GOAT.
He's not to me, but 17-time champion. He's been doing this for
Fuck
20
that.
years.
Fuck that. Yo, fuck that. Yo, we talking about top 5, right?
Wait,
Brock Lesnar. Yo, Brock Lesnar.
Is John Cena in y'all top 5?
No.
Okay.
Listen. Let me ask you something. All right, we talking about top 5.
Who's y'all top 5?
Top 5? We had this. See, that's why you came in here talking about this Brock, because you missed out on me explaining it.
Right.
Maybe I should tell y'all my top 5 since I didn't.
Hold on, bro. Let him say his top 5, and if it's bullshit, I'm letting you know. I'm giving a warning to Jiro. I'm slicing and dicing.
So my top 5.
So be quick.
Personal top 5. This is not in order though, because I would have to think about that.
Yeah, don't do it in order.
The Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, Undertaker. I would put
Bill Goldberg 100 matches straight.
Goldberg is not in my top 5. I'll put Ric Flair in my top 5 before I put Bill Goldberg. I'm putting Brock Lesnar 5th for me, man.
All right, listen. Your top 5. First of all, Triple H and Brock Lesnar. Your list already disqualified. You're disqualified.
Who you got in your top 5?
Disqualified. My top 5: The Rock, Stone Cold, Hogan, Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels. You cool with him?
Shawn Michaels to me is the Michael Jackson of wrestling. Like,
so how you not? Wait, hold on.
And I'm good with that. Shawn is.
You said he's the Michael Jackson of wrestling, but he's not in your top 5.
I just said I forgot. I'm cool with that. Shawn being in it is cool. You said Goldberg? Who'd you say?
No, I didn't say Goldberg. No, that's that. No. Straight Wolf Lou. So yeah, he's blaming Goldberg and saying those guys did
top 5 in the comments.
Okay. He was a WCW fan. That's what I see.
You said Hogan. Get Hogan the F out of there, man. That bum ass leg drop. That's his special move. That was weak.
Bro. On the real, that's the Michael Jordan of wrestling. That's the Michael Jordan of wrestling.
Hogan gets respect.
That's the Michael Jordan of wrestling.
Hogan is
the Michael Jordan of wrestling
because he took the shit to another level. But on the real, weak. That leg drop.
Bro. He's the Michael Jordan of wrestling, bro.
My son, nothing about no acrobatics, nothing.
But he's the Michael Jordan of wrestling.
Impact alone.
Like, he's the Michael Jordan of wrestling.
No, he's the Bill Russell of wrestling.
No.
He just got into the game early, but he's weak. That leg drop is weak.
All that.
Get out of here. May he rest in peace, though.
I gotta mightily disagree with you, bro. This is
Sajiro,
listen. Allow Sajiro to come on here and have this blasphemy ass Brock Lesnar in the top 5.
See, now I'm gonna go pull up Brock Lesnar clips and I'm gonna
Brock Lesnar, bro.
He's cool, bro. But we talking about top 5. Yo, come on, man.
Brock Lesnar? He's not even an honorable mention. Brock Lesnar.
Bret Hart, though.
I bet you Brock Lesnar killed one of your favorites.
If you ask any
Bret Hart
casual fan and you put Goldberg and Brock Lesnar, 9.5, 9.9 out of 10 is going to say Goldberg over Brock Lesnar.
They are drunk. They are.
Yo, bro.
What's
Yo,
stats
bro.
does Brock Lesnar have? What streaks does
I
he have?
gotta see.
What honorable, what impact did Brock Lesnar have on WWE? None,
Oh,
none,
nah,
nothing
not
Nah,
whatsoever.
bro, I'm not going to trash Brock Lesnar. I'm not doing that. But
I
because
am.
we talking about top
I am.
5, and Sejiro really poked his chest
No, no,
out.
no, no. I don't even
Brock
mind.
Like,
No,
Lesnar.
I would take Brock out and put Shawn Michaels in. So that's cool with me. Brock Lesnar definitely in my top 10 though. Definitely in my top 10.
Damn.
it's Sejiro.
Nah.
You on your way? You on your way to the
And
gym?
he,
You on your way to the gym right
nah,
now?
I'm on my way to the crib, but I am going to the gym tonight though.
Listen. When you go to the gym, listen. If they got a sauna or a steam room, you sit in there. You sitting there for like 30 minutes. Not to 10. You sitting there for like a half hour. You say that shit for like a half
My,
hour. When,
nah,
alright?
so
Say
listen,
that
listen.
shit for a half hour.
My phone is about to die. But I'm
Alright,
gonna
bro.
tap back in with y'all.
I
All right,
Alright,
fellas.
alright. And let me see, bro. Before we
my
get
man
cut
said
off,
Brock
though,
Lesnar.
yeah,
Shout
before we get cut off, yeah, let's talk about that Mace Harlem world real quick. The
Okay.
reason why I came up with that is because heard Jim Jones hating on Mace, like, oh, he only had one album and that's it. So, like, trying to diminish his impact and the impact of Harlem world.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, yo, without that, where are you? Y'all are a product of like, so it's like he really had to diminish Mace and the impact of Harlem world. But you can speak to it more than me because that was you in the heyday. So take the floor with that,
Let me
man.
just say this, and this is going to end the debate.
Yeah, take the floor.
Mace taught Jim Jones how to rap. Let's stop.
Yeah,
Let's stop. It's nothing else left to say. Jim Jones had one record balling, and the guy thinks he's top tier lyricist of all time, talking about he could go at not. Let's stop. Mace Harlem World. Listen, man. Let's talk about this, right?
yeah.
The reason why Mace Harlem World's album was so impactful, because when you look at the Bad Boy roster, right, Big had just died. So
See the
they was
Harlem world right there. You
Big,
see it right here. You see it right here on the wall.
there
You
you
see, I
go.
got it right there.
There you go.
Okay.
Big had just died. Hip
Yeah,
hop had lost the prodigal son of hip hop, Biggie.
yeah,
They was like, Bad Boy is over. It's done.
yeah.
Here comes Mace and Harlem World. Change the whole game. Change the whole sound. Put the Neptunes on. Nobody knew about the Neptunes until, what was that song? I was just looking at me. That was produced by Neptunes. Why are you over there looking at me? Why the girl standing? Mace transcended hip hop with that album. Jim, he taught you how to rap, bro. Stop. Harlem World is forever etched in hip hop lore as you know, when you talk about greatest albums from artists, you gotta mention Harlem World, Mace up there. You know, like come on, let's stop. I'm not even want to get into. I had a whole shit here. I'm not even going to get into it because real hip hop heads know Mace
Yes,
Harlem
sir.
World album tops anything that Jim Jones did. Anything, any album, any tape, any song, any verse, anything. Mace Harlem World tops that all day. I
Enough
don't even know
said.
why. I don't even know why that was. I don't even know why Jim's brought that up.
No, enough said, man. And
Mm.
that's all we had. You dig? Episode 27, man.
Episode 20. Shout out to Straight Wolf Lou started following us. Shout out to you, Straight Wolf
Yes.
Lou.
Shout out to you, man. For
Yes.
sure.
Yes. That's what it is, man. Episode 27, man. We're gonna be back next week with episode 28. So stay tuned. Make sure y'all like us on our YouTube channel, 2 Cents and Change Your Podcast. Make sure y'all follow us on TikTok, two Cents and Change Your Podcast. Make sure y'all follow like my man Straight Wolf Lou did. Holla at Straight Wolf Lou. Holla back. You know, he just followed us. So make sure you follow us on Instagram, 2 Cents and Change the Pod, man. It's your boy, C.O. McLean.
Your boy Melly Mel. Episode 27. We out.
Yeah. Bang.